Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today, Pisces, you guys got the flax. It's a really beautiful card. I love this deck. There you go. I really want to read to you the message. Like, I could explain it, but I like the message that the book said. So, I also like the fact that you guys are getting a flower, because I feel like you guys have been getting a lot about the spring in your readings. I keep getting this like renewal energy, the springtime energy for you guys. It's like going to be a big month, a big season for you. So let's read it. Upright, it means ease, connection, and clothing. Let's see. It says, flax has clothed us and helped us communicate with each other across the high seas for thousands of years. It is a plant of the goddess Arianod, who spins and weaves the web of love and connection around and between us all. If you have chosen this card, it may be pointing to the importance of connection and communication in your life at the moment. A spiritual path like druidry teaches us that we are all connected, and once we truly believe this, many of our dreams become possible. Synchronicity starts to abound as we become conscious of the web that we can deliberately use to send positive influences and messages out into the world. This is the art of magic and expresses the law of the returning tide, or karma, in which the positive energy we give out is reflected back onto us. An element of ease starts to enter our life and our relationships as we feel more and more in tune with the flow of life, sensing that we do have a place in the web that sustains us all. That's exactly how I feel like spring is going to change you guys. I feel like it's about this connectedness, and the last sentence, an element of ease starts to enter our life and our relationships as we feel more and more in tune with the flow of life. Like, that's what I feel like is coming for you guys in the spring. No more blockages. And I feel like a lot of the time we put ourselves in these blocks, right? We put ourselves in these walls. And I feel like with the spring, it's kind of like it's kind of like an energy of, that's why I get like an easiness of the springtime for you guys. But I think, again, only you guys can make it that time, right? Like, only you guys can allow for that energy to come to you. Like, I feel like the energy is coming to you maybe after disappointments, maybe after things not being the way that we want them to be, and maybe after the fact that like maybe the winter was just really hard on you guys. You know what I mean? I just feel like an easiness coming into your life. Again, but you have to allow it. The energy is for you. Again, like, work with the energy, not against the energy, right? But yeah, I'm getting like a really nice energy for you guys in the spring. And I feel like, again, I'm doing this reading on the 17th. So this is literally like, spring starts on the 20th, and I'm on the full moon right now. So yeah, it's a powerful energy, Pisces. So utilize it. Let's pull some cards, Pisces. All right, Pisces. This is a crazy read. I'm going to try to explain it the best way that I can. But I'm going to use like a reference, and I hope, like, I know it's not going to make sense if you haven't seen the show, so that's going to be unfortunate, but it's the only way that I can really explain it. So there's this show, The United States of Tara, and it's about this woman who has multiple personalities, and she's always like battling herself, right? Like, because she's been through so many experiences in her life that the only way, like, people, the only way you can get multiple personality disorder, I think it's called dissociative DID. I think it's called dissociative identity disorder, but back in the day it used to be called multiple personalities, right? The only way people can cope with traumatic experiences, these types of people, it's human beings, right? So the only way that some of us can cope with it is by the fragmentation that like is caused to our soul and to our identity, it happens. So they say like at the age of when you had that traumatic experience, right? That is the age when that personality is created. So there's this lady in the show who's had like a lot of trauma in her life, and she has so many personalities because she's been through so much trauma in her life. So like every traumatic experience has a personality, right? So again, like some of you might not believe it's a real disease. Like again, it's up to you, but in the show, she has this personality that like it takes on the form of the person that like hurt them the most, right? Like one of the personalities she has is like the person that like raped her and like abused her. And it's like she's against herself, right? It's like her abuser is one of her personalities, right? And her abuser is the one trying to like get rid of her, right? And it's just a crazy, crazy experience like everyone in her family is dealing with, because it's not even like, her personalities are helping her. It's the fact that like one of them is even trying to like, get rid of her, and it's her own self. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like a crazy thing. Like her identity becomes one with the abuser, one of her identities, and it's like the boy that raped her and like trying to kill her. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like a crazy thing. It's like, no, you're not going to get rid of this personality disorder. I'm just going to get rid of you, right? It's like her fighting herself the entire show. Now, why do I explain this like long thing? Why did I just do that? It's because I feel like that's kind of happening here. Not anything about personality disorder, no. It's that there's this part of you that is fighting you. And I think it's a part of you that doesn't want to like allow, I think it's a part of yourself, I don't even know how to explain this, but it's like a part of you that is like coming from your ego, is coming from fear. It's like a part of you that you created maybe like in the past, right? When shit happened to you. You do have a child card out here. So again, maybe one of your experiences might have happened when you were a kid, right? And now that fragmented part of you, it lives in you, right? And what's crazy about this read is like the higher the light, I always believe this, like the person with like the most light in the world, once traumatic shit happens to them, I feel like their shadow is also just as equally as strong, right? So I feel like there's this thing that happened in your life that as much light, I feel like I'm talking to someone who has so much light in them, but at the same time, there's a lot of dark. And that part of you that created, that schism or that fragmentation of you, they still live in you, right? Like that person that wants you to like do bad, and that person that wants you to like fall, and that person that's like, it's like, again, it's like you against you right now. And what I'm getting with this is like that part of you, it like lies to you all the time. Like it's a part of you that like lies to you, right? So with the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Ego card, that's what I'm getting. It's like a fragmentation of you. It's a part of you that lies to yourself. Like it's like a part of you that's like you're not good enough, and it's a part of you that's like, well, you were never good enough, and it's hurting you. Like it's like your own self-talk, but it's like it's not that light part of you. It's that dark part of you, and that's who I feel like this King of Wands is. I feel like they're associated with this ego, right? Like this part of you that exists, right? From whatever happened to you, right? Like, again, we all go through like traumatic experiences in this life, right? But this part of you is like, give up, like, don't keep going, like, you're not worth shit, and like just talking really negatively to you. And I feel like that's where this stems from. It's like something happened to you, right? Like when you were younger. Again, it could have happened when you were a child, and forevermore, you have this experience that's like caused you all this grief in your life, and it has caused you to like go off the rails, and it has caused you to have like, when you're a kid and like something happens to you, you're changed forever, right? You're not the same. And to cope with that, it's like you've created this monster, right? But you had to create the monster, right? Because how else were you going to survive? Your ego is there to help you survive. Your ego is there to let you get through it. So that's what happens in the show. Like every time she dissociates or she turns into someone else, it's because she can't handle the reality. So she turns into like another person. I will watch the show. I mean, I didn't like the way it ended, but I think Steven Spielberg is like the director, and it's like an interesting show. But again, I'm not saying that you guys have personality disorder, multiple, whatever, no, or DID. I'm saying that there's just a part of you, like there's this part of your ego, right, that was created to be, to help you survive your life, right? And to help you survive through whatever happened, even when you were a kid, as an adult, all these things that happened to you in your life that really hurt you. Your ego was there to help you, right? But now it just feels like that part of you, they still exist, right? Like that part of you that self-doubts, and that part of you that self-hates, and that part of you that talks negatively, right? Like it talks to you so negatively, like you're not worth it and you're not going to be worth it and you're not worth this. And that's what this is. And you have to stop it because, again, I feel like, you see how, this is how I know like what I'm talking about. Like you have the Three of Wands in reverse and then you have the Three of Wands upright. So this is what I'm saying. I feel like this is you about to leave. Like this is the springtime for you, right? Like you're about to head out, right? You're about to start something new, right? You have the Ace of Wands and and I feel like this is the light of you, like trying to like go, like trying to like leave. And then you have this like negative self-talk in the back of your mind, or this like, again, it's like you're your own worst enemy right now, you know? Like you're your own worst enemy. Like you have to understand that. I think this part of you that doesn't want to like accept, I don't know, it's like hurting you. It's like, oh, I think it's more talk, right? Because you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I feel like it's mostly like negative talk, but it's that like talk in the back of your mind that puts you down. Like you're not worth it, you're not good enough. Like it hurts me to like say it, but like that, it's like, it's really mean to you, right? It's like you don't deserve to have that, but it's like it talks to you that way. But I feel like this thing that was created, like this part of you that was created, again, it was created to help you like survive, right? It was created, it's part of your ego to help you get through those tough times. But now you're not in a tough time. Like I feel like you're actually like in a really happy time. I feel like, again, with this coming up, it's like supposed to be a really happy time for you, Pisces. So I feel like, yeah, it's like a time for you to flourish, right? Am I saying that right? Flourish. And I think, again, there's like this part of you that just wants to like give up, or there's this part of you, I want to strangle it, but it's a part of you. I think it's this like masculine King of Wands energy. I feel like it's a part of you that like is telling you, like, again, I just feel this like energy within you that it's the one that stops you. It's the one that stops you from seeing clearly. It's the one that stops you from like maybe completing things in your life or moving towards new things. It's like a negative talker, right? It's like, I don't know, it's like if a parent used to talk to you really negatively, right? They take on the voice of like that negative parent, right? Or they take on, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the enemy within you, but it's you. You know what I mean? It's your ego. And as much as it helped you in the past, it's not helping you anymore. So now what do we do, right? Because like, I want you to have these new experiences, and I see you're already like about to go. You're heading out, right? But I feel, one thing that I'm feeling is like, your ego is always gonna be there, right? Like your ego can never go away. So how do you stop the negative self-talk? How do you stop this part of you from bringing you down and telling you these things? You know what I mean? Like that part of your ego that was created when you needed it, but you don't need it anymore. And what I'm getting with this again, and again, with the childhood and the Queen of Swords, like this seems like it could have been, it seems like maybe like the way you talk to yourself is the way like maybe a parent used to talk to you. Or the way like somebody who hurt you in the past, like that person that really used to like bring you down. It's like, that's the person, like you hear it's like your voice, but it's this person speaking. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, it's not real though. It's not true. It's not like, again, like you are worth it. You are good enough. Like all these negative things. So what I'm getting with this is that with the eight of Swords, right? And the Four of Coins in reverse, this is what I'm getting. Like, you have everything that you need to get through this, right? But there's like a part of you that wants to give up all the time, or there's a part of you that like, again, it's like it's holding you back, but it's you. So again, what is the solution here? I feel like with integrity and the Ace of Coins, yeah, it's like understanding that sometimes, all right, like sometimes things don't work out, right? Like sometimes things don't work out. But what I feel like they're trying to say is like, I think something, might not have worked out in your life. Maybe a person has left you. Maybe you didn't get like the happy ending that you thought you would with this Ten of Cups in reverse, right? And the Knight of Swords. Like maybe you didn't get what you deserved, right? Like you didn't get what you thought was coming for you, right? And I feel like with the integrity of the Ace of Coins, I think that there's something better coming for you, right? Because it's divine, right? Like as good as this Ten of Cups is, as nice as this nice Knight of Swords is, first of all, they're in reverse. And second of all, I think this is like what you really wanted, and it's not here for you yet, right? But what I'm getting with this is like, this is gonna trump that, right? With the integrity and the Ace of Pentacles, like maybe this opportunity that you wanted so badly, or maybe something that you really wanted, like really badly. Like I feel like maybe you wanted like this family, right? Like this is what you thought this is what you thought would be best in your life, and this is like the image that you wanted for your life, or you know, that you still have for your life. But what I'm getting for this is like, it's not that this is not possible, is that whatever this opportunity was that you still feel like, again, it's like maybe somebody left your life and you're like, well, it had to be my fault, right? It had to be me, I'm not good enough. Like, again, it's that negative shit, and it's not true. Like, it's not true. It's yourself, it's your ego. It's like that thing that you created to survive is there, like talking back to you, but instead of it helping you at this point, now it's just like becoming a burden, right? And what they're trying to say is like, your ego is always gonna be a part of you, right? But for some reason, like, it took on like this other form, and now it's just bringing you down, right? So I feel like there still has to be like some sort of healing done, or some sort of work done to kind of rid yourself of this. And I feel like maybe just ask for the divine to help you with it. Like, maybe it's as simple as that. Like, the divine help you silence this negative talk that you have towards yourself. Like, because what I'm getting with this is like, the reason that this didn't happen for you is not because you're not worth it, and it's not because you're not good enough, and it's not because you're not worth love. It's just not, there's something better for you. Like with the Ace of Coins, and you just like don't see that. Like, there's gonna be new opportunities all the time. You know when they say like, there's like 10 million. Have you guys ever seen The New Girl when her mom, you know, they're like Indian and they want them to marry she wants her daughter to marry another Indian person. Like, it's very important for her, like her daughter marries an Indian person, and she's like, you know, there's 1 billion Indian guys in the world. Okay, so let's just say half of them are ugly. That's still 500 million of them. Okay, let's say another half of them, you know, are boring. That's still 250 million Indian men that are eligible for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm getting with this is like, there's just this one thing that didn't work out for you. This one thing that like you look at and you're just like, damn, like this hurts me so much, and it still hurts you. So I feel like this is the event that hurts you still. Like, not the traumatic experience in the past, not that, like, that's not what created this. This is what's hurting you right now, and that you're trying to move forward from. And what I'm getting is that there will be a new opportunity for you. But I feel like it's once you're honest with yourself. And right now, the honesty has to come from you, right? Like, this part of you that tells you like you're not good enough, and whatever this negative, I don't even want to talk about this anymore, but whatever that is, right? Once this can be silenced, then you can move forward. And you're about to move forward into this brand new beginning. You have a new opportunity coming for you. You have 2 aces out. But it's only once you allow for that negative self-talk to go away, or for whatever this is, that part of your ego that was like, that's like mission right now is just to, it doesn't know when to shut up, basically, right? Just know when to shut the up. Like, we don't need you anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need this. Like, we're done with you. You know what I mean? Like, you were created, and like, thank you. Maybe that's all you have to do. Like, thank you so much for helping me when I needed you, but I don't need you anymore. Like, I don't. I think there's times when we like evolve as a person, and you're just not that same person anymore. Like, we're not. And I could feel it. So like, the only thing left for you to do, Pisces, is to go forward now. You have 2 aces here. Whatever this event was, it's so hard for you to get through, that this person inside of you keeps saying like, it's your fault. It's not your fault. There's something better coming for you, with the integrity and the Ace of Coins. And, you know, you could just tell that part of yourself to shut the up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need this person anymore. You know, again, that's the last piece to this puzzle, I feel, in moving forward. And I feel like this has a lot to do with spring. So again, whether it be whatever is coming for you, they're being a little bit vague. And I like that, because these things, there's like an endless amount of possibilities here, right? With the coin, which is stable, and the wand, which is passionate, right? There's an endless amount of things that this could be for everybody, right? But you're on your way. You're already headed towards it. It's already like on its way to you. So the only thing left to do, and yeah, like we end with the divine, the number 7. Yeah, the only thing left to do right now is to tell this piece of you, like, thank them, right? Because it's you, right? It's a part of you. Thank them, and like tell them to get the fuck away. Like, they're done. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need this anymore, because you're on to new and better things, and whoever it was that hurt you in the past, like all the shit from the past, like, you can let it go now, right? You don't have to hold on to it anymore. This thing that like is making you feel so shitty, like, oh, I missed out on this. You didn't miss out on anything. Trust me, you did not. it's better for you that it didn't work out. There's something here that's better. It's better for you. Like, you don't know, but it was better for you. You don't know, but it was better for you. Trust me. The cards don't lie. Like, so let's see if there's a divine feminine Pisces. Yeah, this is crazy. I got Amaterasu, the goddess of light. And she talks about a mirror. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. The crazy thing about her coming out is that she's the goddess of light. And remember, I was telling you that I feel like you're like such a high light, like you have such a high amount of light within you that creates like this really big ego and this really big shadow. Like as equally big as the light is as equally big as your shadow and your dark, right? So that's what I was trying to say. Like, it's harder for you because you have such a high amount of light in you. It's not like reversed, right? Like the high amount of light means you have no shadow or you have no ego. No. Like, that's not how it works. I always see it as like, if you have a high amount of light in you and like you're just like a very empathic person, there's this high amount of like way to protect yourself as well, right? Because you're a very sensitive person. You're a very like empathic soul. So you get what I'm saying? Like, there is this very big amount of light within you. And that's why the shadow or this ego is so hard to get rid of. Like, trust me, it's like hard to get rid of, not because you're not an amazing, great person. It's just the fact that, you know, that's the way we have to protect. Like, again, it's a form of protection. So I like that she came out because not only that is she talking about how bright your light is, but I think she's also talking about, again, it's coming from you, right? She's talking about a mirror. Like, the only thing that gets her out of her cave is her seeing someone smiling and laughing, right, on the outside. But what she doesn't realize is like what she's seeing in the mirror is herself. It's like a weird thing, but it's like she comes out of the cave because she sees herself. Hold on, I want you to understand it because I don't even think I'm explaining it right. Sorry. Yeah, it says the beauty of Amaterasu is that she emerges from the cave out of curiosity, attracted to someone else's joy. That's when she meets with the dawn of her own reflection. She doesn't truly see herself and the beauty of her light until she's drawn out of herself. That's such a weird way. Like, it's hard for me to understand it too, but yeah. Amaterasu sees her own light once she becomes curious about seeing the light that's around her. This is the answer. If we've been too long in retreat, if we've been hiding our light not out of self-love and soulful need, but out of a reaction to someone else's pain, then we draw ourselves out by focusing on the joy of others. Seeing their light allows us to see our own. Yeah, I hope that like made sense. But yeah, it's basically her seeing her own reflection that makes her come out of the cave, but she thinks it's someone else and really it's her. So I hope this made sense. I feel like you guys are onto bigger and better things. That's why I keep hearing bigger and better things, bigger and better things. And you are like this highly empathic light being, right? And that's why this was created, to protect you. But now you just don't need it anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I repeat what, I mean, I don't even remember what I read from her, but I really like this card. And I think it's like a unique card because it's all about her. Right? It's all about herself. Like, she's not coming out of the cave because she hears joy and laughter coming from others. It's from herself, right? It comes from within. So yeah, I love you guys. I hope this made sense. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.